So why do we think that most artists aren't prepared for Web 3.0?
All right, let's talk about what Web 3.0 is. Web 3.0 is, I'll broaden it and say that it is the decentralization of the internet. It's ownership of the internet.
Good way to put it.
So you now can own all these little different pieces of things that you consume daily.
Mm-hmm.
So right now you scroll Instagram, you watch YouTube, and in a way you can own those things, but not on the micro level. What I mean by that is you can own some Google stock and you can own some Meta stock. Now Meta owns Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Oculus. Google owns YouTube. Google obviously, bunch of, the big brands own a bunch of smaller companies within them.
Right.
That's how they're able to like keep things, organized. Right. So if you have 10,000 employees, you're not going to be talking to all of them every day, every week or every month. You have a business inside of a business, and then you have teams inside of that business, so that everybody knows what they're doing. And now in Web 3.0, the tech is available where it can be trustless, meaning I don't have to like trust this artist I want to invest in as much as I would have had to in Web 2.0.
Facts.
So somebody could have been giving out 10% of their yearly income, and they could have had individual investors give them money.
Right.
It was just a lot harder. You would have had to go through the stock exchange, and do all this other stuff. But now it is a lot easier. You can come out with a coin or token. It's trustless, and it can also have enough utility that it's not just a security.
Come on.
It's not an expectation of profit necessarily.
Yes.
It's an actual currency.
Right.
So people can both transact with it, and it can go up in value.
100%.
So that's why Web 3.0 is very important for people to be prepared for, because it can actually transform how we use the internet and the ownership of the internet. Inside Web 3.0, you need a few things. You need what's called a digital wallet. And this wallet holds all those currencies I was just talking about and NFTs. All right. So if I have Omari coins or Omari NFTs or whatever, I want to be able to show people that I really own these things. And the wallet is a thing that verifies if you are like a real owner of it.
Right.
So if I'm trying to sell something to somebody, like let's say I have an NFT that's very valuable and I want to sell it to somebody, well, I want to know I'm not getting scammed from the other guy.
Facts.
So with Web 3.0, it verifies the ownership inside of what's called this blockchain, which is just a big ledger which keeps track of all the transactions of a coin. So it's important to have this digital wallet because you want to, just like you have, your will or your bank accounts now, you want to have this one place where you transact online that shows your ownership of everything. And you can have multiple wallets. You can have multiple bank accounts. You don't want to keep more than a certain amount in a bank account. You can have multiple wallets.
Right.
But it's just verifying this ownership. The other thing that you want to be familiar with is how do I buy these different currencies or NFTs? And there's marketplaces and exchanges to buy them. So you have big exchanges like Coinbase. A lot of people have heard of Coinbase or KuCoin or Binance or Crypto.com or one of the other ones. On these exchanges, you can buy a lot of the bigger cryptocurrencies. Coinbase right now really holds a lot of the bigger ones. You'll get some smaller ones on like a Gate.io or a KuCoin. They hold more coins on those exchanges, so you can buy some of the smaller ones before they get bigger. And just research the projects, make sure they have like a cool idea. So a coin is really a software project. So it's the software. It's like investing in the software of the internet with these coins. And whenever I use that software and own the software, I'm now getting into Web 3.0.
Right.
All right. So the other thing about these, the wallets and the NFTs, last thing I'll note is that there's technology built within them that can give you royalties for like years and years to come. That's why most artists are not really seizing this opportunity. It's like putting your Spotify royalties and Apple Music royalties and all that on steroids.
Facts.
Where you don't have to wait for your song to like blow up or whatever. Like, you set the royalty rate in Web 3.0. People need to understand that. If I have an NFT and I say that I get 5% of any secondary sales, all I have to do, like, I control the marketing of that now. I don't have to complain about Spotify giving me too low a royalty percentage. Like, I set the price of this NFT when it comes out.
Right.
And I set the royalty rate of the NFT when it comes out. And now my work is directly related to my pricing. I don't have to worry about getting 1 million streams or 10 million streams or whatever. My work now is I set that beginning price and I set the royalty price.
Facts.
So anytime somebody else sells my NFT afterwards, or even on Rally.io, anytime somebody sells your creator coin, you get a percentage back of the sale. So it really doesn't matter if people are holding it or selling it. You're still going to profit some way, somehow.
That's right.
Most artists, one, don't understand many of the things I said.
Right.
Two, have not acted on any of the things I said. Like, you guys need to go get a digital wallet. I don't care if you know what you're doing or not. You don't even have to put a bunch of money in there. Like, put $5 in there just so you know how to work the thing.
100%.
And then they are not creating their own projects inside of Web 3.0. So I know a lot of people, they have like tried to understand some of it. I say try to do the stuff that's simpler first. It might be confusing for some people to like upload an NFT to OpenSea. Although I'd say most people can do it. Just sit down for like, I don't know, a couple hours and just figure out the thing, right? You had to do that. People had to do that when they were first using the internet. Like,
Right.
We're doing the same thing now.
Yeah.
Is what people should realize. You're doing the same thing that you were doing when you first had to use the internet.
Facts.
Which is why we're calling it Web 3.0.
Yeah.
So it's very useful. It has a lot of utility. It's just going to take a second for people to get used to. A nice bridge between the two, which is why we're big advocates of this project, is Rally, because it has a lot of the elements of Web 2.0 where, people are used to signing up, entering their email, password, and then signing up for something. Rally has a lot of those elements of Web 2.0, but then has a lot of the elements of Web 3.0 too. And so it's a nice like Web 2.5 area where people can come, get their feet wet.
Yeah.
And then
100%.
dive in when you're really like it's hidden up here.
Yep.
Just dive in.
Yep.
Go for it.
That's right. It's good.